The school wasn't full, and it's such a good little school, and we wanted to tell the community how good the school was. But also, most of the children live in flats with no outside space, and they didn't know where their food came from.
The governors and the previous head teacher decided on something like a garden, a green learning resource.
And the big idea that we came up with was the edible playground. We were introduced to a charity called Trees for Cities because we could not have done this on our own. We needed a partner.
Well, I was delighted when I met the head and Carolyn, one of the governors, and they took up the challenge to develop the flagship edible playground in Rotherfield.
When we first meet with the school and get the brief, we have a lot of consultation. It's their space at the end of the day, it's not ours. Welcome to Rotherfield Edible Playground here. We grew a lot of vegetables in these raised planters here. The idea being just to go more upright on these frames and on the canes, having the espalier apple trees on this dividing fence here. And there's the courgette over here, which they love because they've got the edible flowers on it, which they find very funny.
I've been watering the courgettes and tomatoes. I like planting.
I like digging up the weeds and digging in new seeds.
The children use it not just for gardening workshops. Any activity that the school can undertake that's linked to the national curriculum, they can use the garden.
Children are learning about maths and English. They're able to write about the garden. In calculating the number of plants that go into a raised bed, they're using their maths. And then there's a woodland area where the children can come and run around and relax.
So next to the edible playground, we've also got an area here where children have assemblies and story time. We've got a tree house where children enjoy reading, and we've also created our own artwork up here.
We also help with educational workshops, teaching the children how to grow the food, how to harvest it, how to cook it, and then healthy eating.
I oversee a gardening club that takes place on a weekly basis where we have children, parents and grandparents helping, and all classes are responsible for their own raised beds.
Some of our parents now are so interested and committed to this garden that they have volunteered to look after it during the summer holidays.
I mean, we come here every fortnight to maintain the beds, look after the fruits and the crops. Once we've finished, we hand the site back to the landowner, which is the school, and it's up to them to maintain it. But we always keep a constant relationship with them. They can always phone us up for advice, and quite often we come back down.
We're currently creating a kitchen where the children can take what they've grown in the garden and cook with it and learn different recipes.
So this is our new kitchen, and the idea is that we grow the food in the edible playground and prepare it, cook it and eat it in the new kitchen.
This playground has been transformed from very grey and dull to a really beautiful garden.
No, I think it's great. You need to learn where the food comes from and how it's produced. Teach them that food doesn't come from a supermarket, it's grown as a crop from the ground.
Well, my favourite vegetables are the raspberries and the courgettes.
Carrots, garlic and peas.
Strawberry?
Yeah, strawberries, yes.
75% of them or thereabouts said that the edible playground was one of the key things that they would miss once they moved on to their secondary school, and for me that's complete validation of the whole project.
For the first time, the school is not only full, it's got a waiting list.
One of the main successes, I think, is actually working with the school that shared the same vision as Trees for Cities. It goes beyond one garden. The model that we've created with Rotherfield School can be rolled out across any school across the UK.
What we would really love at Rotherfield is that sense of other schools being inspired by our work, by the work that Trees for Cities have done with us in partnership, and also the kind of learning that our children have undergone.
It's a really major commitment in terms of time and resources, but the benefits are enormous.